I'm on. That's fine. Doesn't matter to me. Hi. So right now I am making my favorite alkaline punch, and which is very high in iron. So first I'm going to go ahead and use some I always use a fruit as my base because it's something that I use to sweeten it, because herbal teas can sometimes either not have a flavor or have a very bitter flavor. So I always start my base with a fruit, which is also good to add some vitamin C along with the herbs, the minerals in the herbs. So this base is going to be, I'm using organic dark sweet cherries. And if I can just open this. I don't know why I'm having a hard time opening this because I'm wearing press-on nails today, but you guys bear with me. I might have to cut this more, but I'm gonna go ahead. I don't want to mess with the seal though. Oh, come on. Oh wait, okay, there we go. All right, so dark cherries, I add to my pot. I usually just cover the bottom of the pot. This is perfect. I use the whole bag. And then straighten up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. Now usually, this is my first time using dark cherries. I usually use blueberries for this mix. And for this mix, it's going to be, thank you so much for joining. Hi guys, I'm making an alkaline punch, herbal punch. And my base right now is dark cherries. And let me see, I'm gonna go ahead because this is not enough, but dark cherries can be pretty kind of potent. So let me just check and see if I have any frozen blueberries. But so I use the fruit as my base, frozen fruit. I'm heating it up right now. So I have it on about medium heat, medium high. I just want to start getting the ice to melt and then the juices coming out of the cherries. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mash them up with my masher once it gets nice and de-iced here. So right now it's a little too frozen. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some agave. And then I'm gonna add my teas. So hold on you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and check and see if I have any frozen blueberries just to add a little bit more fruit to this. So I'll be right back. Actually, I have more. I have a larger bag, so I'm gonna just go ahead and keep adding it until it feels like I said the bottom of the pan. And these are organic dark sweet cherries. And for anyone who's just joining in, whew, that's a lot. For anyone who might be just joining me, thank you so much for joining. This is like my second live. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. But the alkaline punch I'm making is going to, the purpose of me making this punch is to give me iron. As most of us are, we're low in iron. We don't get a lot of iron in our diet. So this alkaline punch is what I drink like every single day. I also drink a nettle leaf tea as well, and I will make that eventually sometime on my channel, just to show you guys how you can add variety to herbal teas, because herbal teas can be a little bland, they can be a little boring, and I just enjoy the punches that I make. You guys are gonna love it, especially if you're not drinking sodas anymore, you're not drinking like fruit juices and things like that. I gave that up when I changed my diet entirely. So this is literally the only kind of fun drink, I like to say fun drink, that I have. My punches and my nut milks. So if you have any questions, let me know. I will definitely answer them. This is my second live, so you guys bear with me if I'm not like on point about a few things. Definitely share any secrets or any things that I can do to improve. I thought about adding music, but then I don't know, let me know next time, you guys, if music will make a difference. But yeah, so this is my alkaline base. I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit just to defrost the new cherries that I put in. And then I'm going to show you the tea. So let me get my teas ready, and I'll show you what I put in here. And I have a bunch of teas, and usually I get them from Mountain Rose Herbs or Manglo Naturals. So typically what I normally do for my iron punch, I'll use a base of chickweed tea. Chickweed is very good for inflammation. It helps with a lot of other things, but I mainly use this as my primary base, and that just means that I use more of this than my other herbs in this particular punch. But today I might just go ahead and use this nettle leaf. I'm still deciding, because nettle leaf I usually make as a separate tea, and I just infuse mango with it. It is so good, you guys. All these teas are all these herbal teas that I have, and I have a bunch in here. All of the teas that I'm going to use for this particular punch are pretty mild. They're very delicate herbal teas. They're very light in flavor, so it doesn't it's not as pungent as, just say, something like a guaco or a yellow dock, or a dandelion. Like, those are pretty strong teas. But this punch, I just really like to focus on the primary flavor being the fruit, while getting all my minerals through the tea itself. So if that makes sense. So yeah, so you see it's heating up nicely, like it's starting to defrost. I like to use a wooden spatula just to mix things up. I don't know, for some reason that's just typically what I do with my my herbal teas. So the juices are coming out. I mean, it's mostly probably just the frozen in the water, but it's gonna come out really good, because what I like to do is kind of reduce this a little bit to get all that water evaporated, just so I can concentrate the fruit juice that's in here. So I think I'm gonna continue to do my chickweed. I'm not gonna do nettle leaf, because like I said, I use that in another tea, and I usually just use nettle leaf by itself. So I'm gonna focus on this on another day. I'll make it again just for you guys to see how I make this. But flavor teas are just a really good way to incorporate the minerals that your body needs throughout the day, because I notice with the diet that I'm on right now, I don't, not even a diet, I will say the lifestyle change that I'm on. I don't eat that much. I don't, I just don't eat that much. My appetite is not as much as it used to be. I don't I don't particularly know why. I just know that my needs have changed. And, you know, with that being said, because I'm not eating that much, that also means it, you know, it's good because you're allowing your body to rest. You're allowing your body to kind of, what's the word? You're allowing your body to rejuvenate. Okay, when you don't eat and you fast, you're allowing your body to kind of rejuvenate its cells, clean out the toxins and things of that nature. But at the same time, you have to note that you're not also, because you're not eating, you're not taking in any nutrients, you're not taking in any minerals. So herbal tea is a fantastic way to get that in as well. So I want to get this like to a nice little simmer, and I want to reduce it down just a little bit so I can really just focus on the sweetness of the fruit before I start adding in my teas. So chickweed tea, like I said, inflammation huge. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you what other two teas that I use as well. Actually, it's going to be 3, but just a small amount of this one, which is elderberry. Now, I don't know if this happens to anyone other than me, but you have to be careful with elderberry because it can be hard on your digestive system as far as just upsetting your stomach, like if you eat too much of it. So I am only going to put like 2 teaspoons literally of elderberry in here, because the last time I made it with a large amount of elderberries, it did not agree with me. I don't know if that has happened to anyone here, like if you have any issues with just eating too much elderberry and if it kind of caused you some adverse reactions. So I'm just going to go ahead, and what I'll do also is afterwards, if you guys want, I'll post my recipe here so you guys can make this, try it for yourselves. You will enjoy it, and again, it's a great way just to get the minerals that you need. So you can see now, like, it's coming to a nice little boil here, like a nice little simmer, and I'm going to keep this going until it reduces just a little bit more. So yeah, I'm going to add chickweed, and what I like to do is add about 1/3 cup of chickweed. I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons. I might even drop it down to 1 teaspoon of elderberry, dried, and this is certified organic. This came from Frontier Co-op. And then I am going to add my elderberry. As you all know, elderberry is good for inflammation, very high concentration of iron and zinc. So this is an iron contributor to this punch. And then I'm going to add my other teas, which are going to be blue Vervain. This is a powder, but you know, later on I'll show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and strain this, so it's okay. Hi you guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm making an alkaline iron rich punch. So this is something that you can have on the go. I take it every day to work. I just put it in my little cup, put some cubes of ice in it, and I drink it throughout the day when I'm at work, and I also have some when I get home from work. So this really just helps me with my iron. So this is Jamaican blue Vervain powder. So what I'll do is I'll add 3 teaspoons of this, and then Jamaican Sarsaparilla root. I always have a hard time saying that. You want to get the Jamaican one. That's the one that is preferred. There's another sarsaparilla root. I believe that one comes from India. You want the one that comes from Jamaica. I do have to verify what that reasoning is, but I do think it's because this one is higher in iron. It has a higher iron concentration. So this is what I'll use, and you can see I'm like down, so I have to order some more of these teas, because literally, like I said before, I drink these every single day. Like, it helps me so much. I used to I was never diagnosed as anemic, but just throughout this journey of really paying more attention to my body and less to what you know, the doctors were telling me, because they have certain markers that they look at, but by the time they find out, you know, what you guys, hi, oh my gosh, my first happy face, thank you. Anyway, the first time that their markers diagnose you, you're really on your way downhill. Like, it's really gotten bad at that point. So what I started to notice was I always had cold hands and feet, but every time I went to get my iron levels checked, they'd be like, oh no, you're fine, you're not anemic. Just because you're not anemic does not mean you do not have low iron. There is a test, it's called the ferritin test, and that actually tests the iron in your body. The test that they do, I think it's like some type of hemoglobin something or another test. If you guys know what it is, please put it down in the chat. But that one just tests your hemoglobin and the iron that is attached to the oxygen in your body. They want to make sure that oxygen is getting into the bloodstream, and that happens through iron as a carrier. So, but you can still be definitely depleted, which it's been documented that all of us are very low in iron. I don't know if it's just this Western culture or if it's just broad. I haven't researched that, but I do know that that's an issue for a lot of us, most of us, especially women, especially, you know, because we go through our cycles every month. We lose blood, and then as we age, those numbers, you know, our blood loss gets higher, which means we have a decrease in our oxygen. I'm sorry, not oxygen, our iron as well. All right, so this is looking good. This is looking how I want it to look. It's nice. It's a nice rich color, which tells me that the fruit juices have come out. And so now I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, because I don't want to get like splashed, because that has happened to me before when I was mashing fruit. Just the hot fruit will just splash back up at me. So I'm going to go ahead and take my masher, and I'm going to go ahead and just mash the fruit. And all this is doing is really just extracting as much of the fruit juice as possible. So you definitely want to get the ferritin test, you guys. You know, just to see where you are. Now, when I finally, you know, when I was going through this whole situation with my health, just trying to diagnose where my vertigo came from, you know, like I said before, I just noticed that I had cold hands and feet all the time, my whole life. But I was never diagnosed as anemic. So I said, you know what? After researching, I found out there's another test that could be done. I had them do the ferritin test. And the ferritin test, you guys, showed that my iron levels were like borderline 0. Like, I had literally like I'm borderline anemic at this, you know, I was borderline anemic, which was crazy because, you know, you go to, you know, you see these doctors and you think, hey, it's all about prevention. I'm doing my annual exams every year. You know, I'm good to go. My health report is squeaky clean, but you don't know what's brewing. You don't know what's brewing and looming for you down the line, because they don't test for a lot of preventive markers unless you have like a predisposed disposition, like something going on in your family. So thank God I did that. So now I know, you know, I need to increase my iron. Iron plays a significant role in your body. Iron is actually what keeps your body healthy. Iron is the foundation to health. Iron is our foundation to health. So it's imperative that you get your levels checked and that you stay on top of that. Everything, we all know that iron, that health starts in your gut. So this whole, you know, punch that I'm making is to really satisfy those iron requirements. All right, so I've sufficiently mashed. So now I'm moving on to my next step. And this doesn't take long. I mean, the longest time is when you actually add all of your herbal teas and you just let it steep. I let mine steep for at least an hour. Thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you for joining. This is my second live and I'm just happy to see you guys. I'm trying to build a community of people that just want to get healthy and well using whole foods, herbal solutions, and just really focusing on our gut to really move toward better health, a better quality of life. So my second step, so now these are dark cherries. For those of you that are just joining in, what I've done is I put some organic frozen cherries in the pot. I've kept it on medium heat and then reduced it until I started to see like that nice rich color of the fruit. And now I'm going to add some agave for sweetness. Now this is all, thank you guys for the hearts, thank you. I'm not a person really big on sweets, so this is not going to be super sweet personally, because I was also going through this journey. I found out I was never diabetic, but I felt like I was on the cusp of that, and there were different markers that I noticed in my body that said, hey, you probably need to slow down. You're going to be pre-diabetic if you keep going down this road. I'm going crazy on the likes because it's actually, oh, thank you, Body by Honey. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you. And for those, I'm going to follow you back. Whoever follows me during this live, I'm following back, because it's not just me giving information. It's about the information that you may have that may be useful for me as well. Like I'm all about community and sharing information. So this is 1/3. And I normally just fill this up halfway. Like I said, it's totally up to you. It's totally up to what you like. And this is the agave. So about half or so. And I just pour that in. All right, so I just pour that in, mix, mix, mix. And while that is simmering together, hey guys, for those of you that have just joined, I just added some agave to my my dark cherries that I've simmered. And so now I'm gonna add my water, but I'm gonna let this sit and cook just a little bit on medium. I'm still kind of on medium heat. You can add a medium to medium low. So I'm still here. So this I've had for quite some time. This is my cup measure. This is about 4 cups. So I'm gonna add a total of 6 cups of water to the pot to make my punch. So I'm putting in my 4 cups. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna love it. Like this right here is it's so good once it's done. And what makes it even better is the fact that it's adding nutrients to your body. It's helping you. It's not like a soda or fruit juice that you're just drinking and consuming and it's taking away. This is actually adding to your body, adding to the health of your body. So I'm gonna add about 2 more cups. Actually, I'm gonna just fill it up just a little bit more. So I would say 6 cups. I added a total of 7 cups of water in here. Okay. And honestly, like if you feel like you added too much like agave or whatever your sweetener of choice is, just dilute it with water. It's simple. It's nothing hard. It's not rocket science. You know, nature has given us what we need. To survive. God has given us plants to heal our body and herbs, and we really just have to do the research to find out what our body needs, and then we go search it up. That's literally the path that I've been on. That's what I've been doing from this time, because I couldn't go and get any answers from a doctor. Like, doctors were not able to help me. I don't know if I really believe at this point that they're incapable because of how they study medicine, and how they study medicine here. Western civilization, the study of medicine is only to treat, is not to cure. And so I don't fault them, because I understand that that's the education that they received, the discipline that they went into. But at the same time, we're all adults, right? And it's really, at the end of the day, we can't leave our health, or we can't really leave anything in the hands of anyone else, because we're adults. We can read, we can research, the information is out there. We live in a time where just the information is at our fingertips. We just have to dig a little bit further, because you will see information out there that is contrary to herbal health, and that is pushing the agenda of prescriptions and get these shots and vaccines and all of that. You will see that information, but you kind of have to push through just a little bit further. And once you start pushing through, that's really when you're going to find gold, you guys. You guys just have to push through, and you have to believe that what God has created here for us on earth, He has given us the ability, He has given us the tools to take care of our bodies. And that's what a father does. He's a provider. So I'm waiting on this to come to a nice little, just more of a simmer. You really don't have to. I'm going to go ahead and start adding my Jamaican blue Vervain. So we are going to add, not my press-on nail popping off while I'm opening this. Oh my gosh. Anyway, oops. Ignore that. Showing out, and I'm trying to do a live. Anyway, so teaspoons, okay, because whenever you drink tea, they make tea bags. It's 1 teaspoon per cup, right? But since we're adding so many different herbs, I just stick to about 3 nicely rounded teaspoons. And I wouldn't say nicely round, I say heaping, right? 3 heaping of the blue Vervain. If you guys have any questions, anything that you want to talk about, let me know pertaining to what I'm doing now. I'll be happy to share information. It's been a journey for me. Like I said, I've been on this journey since March of this year. What led me to this point was I had a episode of BPV, which is positional vertigo. We're going to do 3 of these. This is the sarsaparilla, Jamaican sarsaparilla root, something like that. We're going to do 3 heaping teaspoons of this. Okay. I'm like almost out. I have to order some more. Elderberries, like I said before, we're not going to go crazy with that because it does not agree with me. Too much elderberry, it really doesn't agree with me. So I'm going to do 1 teaspoon. This is a half, by the way, that I picked up, half. Okay. And then we're going to go to our main character, our main star of the show, which is our chickweed. So I'm going to use about 1/3 cup of chickweed. A 1/3 cup. Here's my chickweed. Or wait, do I use a 1/2 cup? Wait, hold on, y'all. Oh no, I use a 1/2 cup. Sorry, 1/2 cup of chickweed. Because like I said, this is the star of the show. Chickweed tea. I just love chickweed tea and what it does for my body. Like I said, it's very good for inflammation. That's really the highlight for me. It has other benefits, but that's the highlight for me because that was another issue I had because my diet was so filled with just an acidic diet, like mostly all of us now. Or maybe it was just me. I don't know. Listen. But it was an acidic, very high in acid. It was, just a lot. And I thought I was doing good, but I wasn't. I was eating a lot of hybrid foods, a lot of starchy foods. I love rice, love potatoes, anything potato, give it to me. Any type of rice. You can do whatever you want to do with rice. And actually, a nice little sidebar, I have some wild rice here. Now, when I talked about loving rice, that was white rice. You guys know that. But this is actually wild rice that I've made because I have such a love for rice. Now, the key to wild rice, because it can be very, very, there it is. So you see, like, the key to making wild rice is, first and foremost, you have to soak it. You have to soak it overnight, right? But then you have to flavor and season your water. Like, I have bay leaves in here. I have onions. I have peppers. Seasonings are onion powder, salt. I have like a garlic mix that I make, which is a combination of onion powder and ginger. And you let this cook, you let the rice cook for like an hour, and then that's just ready to go. I do that usually early in the morning so I can have it throughout my day. So right now I'm just gonna turn up the heat just a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and let all these herbal teas marry. So it'll be a couple minutes, but what I'm gonna do in the meantime, another little thing I like to do for my punch is I like your herbal products. Thanks. Where do you order your organic cherries? I actually get these from Wegmans. I get them from Wegmans, and they're also, actually, let me see. I think this one was from Target. Organic. No, these are from Great Value. That's Walmart. That's from Walmart. So you can get those from Walmart. Yeah. So I'm going to put my herbal teas away to give myself some room, because now I'm going to go ahead and slice up some limes and squeeze them, because that's what I like to call like my little pizzazz. That's like my punch flavor. Okay, that's like, something that gives it a nice little kick. It is so good. I cannot wait for you guys to try it, and let me know, comment or come back to my page or whatever, and let me know what you think, because this right here is a perfect way to get in your minerals from the minerals that you need without taking a lot of the herbal supplements, because that can get really old. Is taking like 10,000 herbal supplements a day. Like, this is just a nice, creative, fun way to get the same minerals in your body. It's more enjoyable. I always have my drinks with my lunch when I'm at work. So just let me know, you guys. You're gonna love it, trust me. All right, so key limes. I don't know if it's like, I don't know what the season is for key limes, but this was like, I didn't even see any. I usually get key limes every week when I go to the grocery store. I didn't even see any this week when I went in. I might have to try again a little bit later. But I use key limes, and I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze about 6 key limes into my container that I have here. My glass jar, my punch jar that I use. And I got this from Target, you guys. It was like $10. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Keep doing what you're doing. Many of us are looking for this. Oh, I really appreciate that, Patricia. Patricia Pergine, sorry. I'm gonna follow you. I don't know if you already follow me, but I'm gonna go ahead and follow anybody that follows me today watching my content. This is my second live, so I appreciate your support. But these key limes are, like I said, they're not looking too good, but I'm gonna go ahead and use them. I might have to use a little bit more because the older they get, the drier they are, the less juice that they yield. So I might end up using 8 instead of the 6 that I said. 2, 4, 6. I'm gonna just stir the tea here. And make sure that all these herbs are marrying and that they're expelling all of their minerals that we need. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my juicer. This is like $5. I believe this came from Target or Walmart as well. Best $5 I ever spent because I spent a long time just squeezing everything by hand. And let me tell you, this really is a lifesaver. So I like to rinse off my limes before I start to squeeze them. And so you got, well, yeah, you probably won't be able to see me, but I'm over here. I'm going to be cutting these key limes and I'm going to juice them into my measuring cup, and then I'm going to pour them into my jar. All right, so just to give you a timeline of what's going to happen, once this comes to a boil, I'm going to cover it with a lid. I'm going to cover it with the top, the pot top, and I'm going to let it steep for at least an hour. It might be longer depending on what I have going on because, you know, I'm also washing clothes, I'm also studying, I'm also, you know, doing a little cleaning. So at least an hour, let it steep with the lid on, and then I pour it into my glass jar. I'm sorry, I strain it. I have a strainer as well. So I strain it here. I strain it through this. I strain it into I use this for everything. I strain it into here after it's been steeping for an hour. And then my lime juice will already be in here. I pour this in, and then the rest is enjoy. I'll have it for, like I said, the week. And I'll put it, so you see it's coming to a boil now. I always make sure it comes to a boil. So this is the cup usually my little tumbler that I put it in, that I have it with for my lunch. So stir it, and you see like the beautiful color from the dark cherries. And you can always sweeten it. Like I said, I'm not a big, things don't have to be super sweet for me to enjoy them. I think I've just grown accustomed to just drinking herbal teas with nothing. And then, you know, so I just kind of segue into using agave as a sweetener for things. So that part is totally up to your taste. As long as you're using a natural sweetener, I stick with agave for, this, but date syrup I also use, and I also use as a dusting for, like, if you look on my page, there's like a peach cobbler recipe I have. I use date sugar as a dusting for that. Okay, so let me get my top, and I'm going to turn the heat off in just a second. Stir it one last time. Okay, so now I turn the heat off. I'm removing it. And like I said before, here's my wild rice. I'm gonna go ahead and put that away as well. So this is gonna steep for an hour. And I'm gonna go ahead and start squeezing my limes and putting it in my, my jar. All right, I had to rinse that out. I saw some soap from the dishwasher on there. I got that off. So for anybody just joining, I'm an alkaline vegan. Actually, not even vegan. I'm an alkaline vegetarian, and I have been since March of this year. I strictly follow pretty much Sebi's ingredient list. And the interesting thing is I tried it years ago I tried it. And I have a YouTube channel that's linked to this TikTok page if you want to go back and look, but you'll see that there was a point in time that I got away from it because it was just, I felt like it was a very restrictive diet. And for whatever reason, one reason or another, it didn't stick. You know, I just became very bored with the ingredient list, and it was like, oh, okay, just some okra and tomatoes and onions and okra and tomato. That's like, I found myself eating the same thing over and over and over again. So that's why I think I kind of ventured away. But guess what? I'm back. And it wasn't under kind of like circumstances that were agreeable to me. I got sick. And, I got sick with vertigo. And that literally just changed my whole view on food. So I don't know if you can call that situation being God's wake-up call. I feel like it definitely was, because my eating was just out of control. It was like I didn't realize that the amount of vegetables and minerals that our body needs per day, I didn't realize how significant that was until my body told me. If you look back at some videos that I have on YouTube, you'll see the puffiness on my face, the darker circles under my eyes, and all of that. When I look back now, I see that as my body's really cry for help. That, I was just basically just eating to eat. I was eating for enjoyment. I was eating based off emotions, whether good or bad, because we celebrate with food too. I think sometimes we focus just on eating out of lack, but we also celebrate with our family. We celebrate events, and there's certain things that come along with that celebration that we eat. Cake, ice cream, whatever the case may be. So food just became something that wasn't nourishing to my body, but it was more so for my enjoyment. And you would never go far. I don't care who it is. You will only get so far doing that before some type of health crisis knocks at your door. You know, because that's just like riding in a car and never putting oil in it. Just riding. That's the quickest way to tear up a car, is not change the oil and take care of it. And so you have to do the same with your health. All right, and the foods you eat. So I'm going to use my smaller strainer just to strain the seeds out here. And so I believe I'm just going to go ahead and add these last two limes. So yeah, on this diet since March, and what I've pretty much narrowed down, anybody ever experienced vertigo, definitely let me know in the chat. It was like my first ever introduction to that. I've heard of it before, but I never in my life experienced it. And I used to think that vertigo was just dizziness, but it is not. Vertigo is like a whole different beast. It feels like your world just, when you open your eyes, everything is spinning. And it's just it was the worst experience of my life to date. You know, I'd rather have natural childbirth than go through that again, to be honest. And I think more than anything is because I didn't really know what was happening to me. And so with my vertigo, what happened was I also had a panic attack. So every time I have vertigo, my body would just go into this panic attack mode. And just different things would happen with my body that we're not going to talk about right now because you guys might be eating, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to interrupt that. But it wasn't pleasant, but I will tell you, like, I had just extreme, like, sweating. Like, I just woke up in the middle of the night. My body just, I just woke up in the middle of the night sweating profusely. Like, somebody actually threw a whole cup of water down my back. It was my neck and my back. And I just I thought I was going to die. Like, I didn't know what that was about. I talked to different doctors, and my gynecologist, she did, her tests, and, people experience that type of sweating with menopause. She's like, maybe you might be going through, and she did the test and no, it wasn't menopause. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like every time I went to the doctor, I was hopeful that I would get a diagnosis, but then I didn't, I never got one. So it's been a challenge, but at the end of the day, it ended up being what I believe is a gut-related issue. I believe my BPV or my vertigo is connected to my gut, and just just having a healthier gut is what I've been doing through my diet. So here's my lime juice, my key lime juice. Like I said, this is going to stay here until my tea steeps for an hour. I'm going to show you guys one last time, and then I'm going to go ahead and log off and finish everything else I have to do. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I hope everything is productive. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free. I'm open. I've done a lot of research on this, so I'd be happy to help you in any way that I can. And I definitely appreciate you joining. Please come back. My second live. Maybe I'll have some music playing. Let me know if you guys think I should have music playing in the background, like if that helps. Not necessarily sure, but thank you so much for the love. I sincerely appreciate it, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, because when you do this type of diet, you kind of meet people far and few between. So thank you. Have a nice day. Deluche 5. Thank you. So it's a community is definitely helpful in keeping you going and motivated. So take care, guys. I hope you enjoyed the punch. Let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.